What if one moment of trust, one decision to listen, could have completely rewritten history? We often hear about the great commanders, the brilliant strategists who led their armies to victory. But what about the unsung heroes, the generals whose advice was ignored, leading to catastrophic failure? Today, we're diving into one of history's most tantalizing what-ifs. What if a commander had actually listened to his general? Let's travel back in time to the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest in 09 AD. The mighty Roman Empire, at the peak of its power, was pushing to expand its borders deep into Germania. The man in charge was Publius Quinctilius Verus, a Roman governor with immense political experience but limited military command in the specific Treacheros terrain. His mission was to pacify the Germanic tribes and establish Roman rule. Standing beside him was a man he trusted implicitly, Arminius, a prince of the Carusi tribe who had been raised in Rome, granted citizenship, and served in the Roman military. Arminius was Verus's most valued advisor on all things Germanic, but Arminius was playing a double game. While appearing loyal to Rome, he was secretly forging an alliance of Germanic tribes to drive the Romans out. The stage was set for one of the most infamous betrayals in history. Arminius fed Varus false intelligence about a minor rebellion in a remote area, urging him to divert his 3 legions, nearly 20,000 soldiers, off the established Roman roads and into the dense, marshy Teutoburg forest to quell the uprising quickly. Here's where our what-if moment comes into play. Not everyone was blind to the danger. One of Verus's own generals, a seasoned commander named Sigistasio, was also, ironically, Arminius' father-in-law dad with Varus. He warned him that Arminius was a traitor, that the report was a lie, and that marching into the forest was a trap. Segestes even offered to have himself and Arminius arrested until the truth could be sorted out. He saw the signs. He understood the risk. But Verus, blinded by his trust in Arminius, and perhaps his own arrogance, dismissed the warning. He chose to listen to his charismatic advisor over his cautious general. So, what if Verus had listened to Imagine the scene. Varus, instead of dismissing the warning, becomes suspicious. He takes Segestes' advice and detains Arminius. He sends out his own trusted Roman scouts, who would have quickly discovered that there was no rebellion. The trap would have been exposed before the first Roman soldier ever set foot in the forest. The 3 legions, the 17th, 18th, and 19th would have remained safe on the well-patrolled Roman roads. The surprise attack that Arminius had meticulously planned would have fizzled out before it even began. The immediate consequence, the survival of 20,000 highly trained Roman soldiers. This wasn't just any army. It was a significant portion of the entire Roman military force. Their loss was a devastating blow to Emperor Augustus, who was said to have banged his head against a wall, crying, "Quinctilius Verus, give me back my legions." Had they survived, Rome's presence in Germania would have remained strong and unchallenged. The long-term impact would have been even more profound. With the plot foiled and Arminius either executed or imprisoned, the Germanic alliance he had painstakingly built would have likely crumbled. The tribes were notoriously fractious, united only by their shared hatred of Rome and Arminius' leadership. Without him, they would have likely turned on each other again. Rome could have then continued its strategy of divide and conquer, slowly but surely absorbing the Germanic territories east of the Rhine River, just as it had done with Gaul. This means the Rhine River might never have become the permanent frontier of the Roman Empire. Instead, the border might have been pushed all the way to the Elbe River, or even further. A fully Romanized Germania would have fundamentally changed the cultural and linguistic map of Europe. The Germanic languages, including the ancestors of modern German, Dutch, and even English, might have been replaced or heavily influenced by Latin, much like French, Spanish, and Italian were. The entire course of the Dark Ages and the Middle Ages could have been different. The later migrations of Germanic tribes like the Goths, Vandals, and Franks, who played a crucial role in the fall of the Western Roman Empire, might never have happened in the same way. A stronger, larger Roman Empire with a secure Germanian frontier might have been better equipped to withstand the internal and external pressures that eventually led to its collapse. We could be looking at a world where the Roman Empire survived for centuries longer, shaping a completely different modern Europe. All of this, a completely alternate timeline, hinged on one single decision: the choice between heeding the cautious, experienced voice of a general versus the charismatic, but ultimately treacherous word of an advisor. It's a powerful lesson in leadership, trust, and the incredible weight that a single moment of judgment can carry throughout history. What do you think? How different would the world be if Varys had listened? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed this historical deep dive, be sure to like and subscribe for more. See you next time.